there, it's Anna Maria Herrera, EFT practitioner and trainer, and my website is solutionfocusedeft.com. And this week I wanted to talk to you about a question that I'm asked quite frequently. And the question is, when do we add the positive during EFT? Since the movie The Secret and more information in the media, mainstream media, television, newspapers, on the internet about law of attraction, people are coming to realize the importance of being positive. They're understanding that what we think about is what we bring about in our lives. They're understanding that when we focus on the positive, what we desire in our life, we're apt to attract it or manifest it more. Well, on the opposite hand, if we are focusing on the negative or complaining a lot or speaking negatively about people, that's a negative vibration that goes out, and therefore we are actually attracting negative things in our lives, whether we are intending it or not. So back to the question, when do we add the positive during EFT? EFTers being, I find, really positive people and wanting to live a conscious life, wanting to attract good for themselves and others, are concerned about when to add positive statements so that they can attract what they want. The challenge that I'm seeing, or rather the area that I see EFTers get tripped up in, is that they are adding the positive too soon during tapping, whether that's for themselves or their client or a family member. The analogy that I often share in my teachings is that I want you to imagine if there's a garden in your backyard and it is overrun by weeds and bushes that are dead and maybe trees that are decaying. And you go back to that garden and you're wanting to have a beautiful, lush garden full of apple trees and flowers and plants and beautiful green hedges, and you start to plant seeds or plant live trees amongst the weeds and the decay and the debris of the dead trees and bushes. Well, you and I know, even if we're not gardeners, what's going to happen. The weeds, the dead matter will overrun the life of the trees, the plants, the new seeds that you're planting. And this is a great analogy to think about, to be aware of when you're tapping, because it's the same for EFT. When we tap in the positive too soon and have not sufficiently pulled out our core issues or our limiting beliefs and the traumas, it's like that analogy of a gardener going in and dismissing or not wanting to look at the weeds or the dead trees and start planting randomly what he does want. New trees, new plants, wonderful green hedges. My tip here is to make sure that you are sufficiently going to your garden and pulling out those dead trees and the weeds from your garden before starting to tap in or use EFT in a positive way. You'll find when you do that the positive will really stick and take hold. Just like a garden where the gardeners go in and pull out the weeds, start to clear out the debris, and then they plant the trees and the seeds. It will be the same for you. There will be space, let's say, in your psyche, in your spirit, for those fresh trees, those new plants to really take hold and gain root and spread their roots. So as you're tapping, be aware if you are adding the positive too soon because you want to feel good or you want the results right away. There's nothing wrong with that part. Just make sure that you sufficiently tap on the core issues around the condition or goal or issue that you're tapping on. The core issues don't have to be eliminated completely. Just like a garden doesn't have to have every single weed out, but it has to be reduced enough so that the positive will stick and have a firm foundation to which to grow from. I look forward to connecting with you in the next video, and as I like to say, I'm supporting your success with EFT.